Hi, my name is Aoife Kelly and I have a startup business. I want to create a small series of videos whereby I'm going to record my progress. I'm going to share with you some lessons I've learned, and hopefully I can inspire you to take the decision to run your own business and follow your heart and follow your dreams. I feel this journey is going to get more and more exciting, and anyway, so that's what I'm doing, a series of weekly videos to give you an insider view into my startup. I should introduce my startup. This is not a video to promote my startup by any means. It's a kind of personal video, just kind of for me and to share with people who are also considering running a startup, to have an insider view and maybe to share some lessons with you, and if I can help and inspire people, that's really, really cool. I guess the biggest lesson I've had lately, the life lesson I've had in my startup, is the power with making a decision and what that entails and what follows through from making a decision. I know Tony Robbins talks about this quite a bit, that power involved in committing yourself 100% to something. And things in my startup, I could see myself reaching a crossroads, and the crossroads was either I continue as I am and keep things going as they are, or I take a leap and I bring this business to the next level. So leaving things as they are would entail organically growing my business. This is a very difficult way to grow a business, and it's the way I chose because, while difficult, it's a safer way. It validates that I have a good product and I have the product and market fit just right, and I needed about a year and a half to really validate the market, that there was a market for my product. And I just figured getting a lot of investment and not having a good lot of sales to back that would be silly, and it would mean I would just blow money on something that probably was the wrong thing. So I said I would bootstrap it, grow it organically, and figure out the best way for the product market fit to make sure that's right and make sure the product is really developed well and it's a good product. And I can tell you my product is good now. I feel very confident that I have a good product, that there is a market for it, my sales are growing. But it wasn't going to be easy to keep things going this way. It would have meant, the way it is right now is that I create this product, it's a herbal tonic, and I make the product myself. I source suppliers, ingredients, I then label, packaging, box, ship. Well, I don't ship it, thankfully I have a courier, and then I would do the sales, I would do the small amounts of marketing. I haven't done much marketing actually, and one mentor told me that my bottle, the bottle of my tonic, is actually my saleswoman or salesman, which is so true. So it meant I spent ages figuring out the branding, figuring out the packaging, and I made a nightmare out of something that actually ended up being really, really simple in the end. That whole saying, keep it simple, stupid, so true. So I then would be doing everything and doing the finance, doing the books. It's just not sustainable, and part of it, the reason was I was afraid to let go of control. I'm afraid to hand over things and to delegate. I've tried it and I've got knocked, and things went terribly wrong when I did outsource parts of my business to different companies. Anyway, so lately my lesson is you have to make that decision. It's hard. You're either going to take the business to the next level, or you leave it as it is and it can actually die. So I could feel this crossroad coming where I have to either grow this or it's going to just fall away, and I'm going to watch my dream fall away. And it was a really tough time because I had to really dig deep within me and make sure that the belief behind this business still resonated with me. The original idea for what I started this business for resonates strongly with me. A part of me was, I just had to consider all the other options and make sure that going forward I could commit fully, and I was so happy because the passion where I first started this business from, it was always a passion and drive, and if the founder loses that, I mean, they've lost all of their whole business, if you ask me. Startups don't always fail just because of money, they fail because the founder has lost that desire, that hunger, and that self-belief actually. And then I came back, yes, I'm fully sure this was what I wanted to do. And then I wrote down a piece of paper, I love my business, I love business itself, I love that I'm creating something uplifting and health-giving to the consumer, and I'm going to take this business to the next level. So I just made that commitment, and writing it down on paper was, you know, just making a really statement to the universe, this is it, I'm going for this. Then things started to happen, and that's kind of crazy. A friend of a friend came into my life, and as sort of a mentor, and then another mentor came in to help me with the financial side of things. By committing to my business now, it really means taking it to the next level, which really means getting investment, going for that growth. And so these two people came into my life, and it's been kind of amazing, their knowledge, their insights, and the encouragement I feel from having these two people. And it's really important to have that support network. So I made that decision, these two people came in, and then the next cool thing happened was a distributor that I've been in talks with a few months ago actually in the UK, got back to me saying he would love to take my products, and this is a huge distributor who distributes to health shops all over the UK. So it's a big win, and it was kind of like, wow, okay, so that could fall into place. I've decided that what's really important as a startup founder, and everyone probably knows this, it's logical, but it's actually really hard to do, and that is to step back. You are the so-called CEO, but you are the person who makes the high-level decisions, and you are going to stay, the founder needs to stay in that role, the one who creates opportunities and who sees the bigger picture and who coordinates all these different activities by getting other people to do that for the business, and stepping it back, overseeing that everything's running like clockwork, really like being a conductor of an orchestra even. You know, every sound comes together at the right time, in the right way, and that's your role. That's the challenging, analytical brain work. I love physical work as well, so what I've got stuck doing is making it all myself, manual labour, manual work, and that work's important, but that work can be done like quickly by a big automated machine factory place that's very ethical and does things properly, which is taking so long to find. But my point is, like, you could spend your time doing the nitty-gritty work, and your startup needs the high level thoughts, strategies, direction. You need to really be the captain of your ship. And I love this analogy because it's inspiring, and like the idea of directing a huge ship, and you need that captain on top, at the head, to make sure it's going in the right direction, to make sure everyone's working together to keep it sailing smoothly, and you've got to be at the forefront overviewing your whole business. So that's my plan now, and I really kind of wanted to record this video to see what happens and how this comes together, because yeah, that's the plan. It's to go now for investment, and I believe my product is doing well, and there is a demand for it, which is super encouraging. If there wasn't, this video probably wouldn't be happening. But yeah, so I want to encourage, I want to continue and commit fully and show you what happens when you do make that decision. It's so important just to decide that there's power in that, there really is. And then you watch things come around based on that affirmation that this is the way it's going to be, and you watch different things come into play as you get help along the way, showing you that you are on the right path. Yeah, so I'm going to leave it with that, and I'll see you next week.